we will have to take it by consideration, but it will not stop the Israeli government from doing the right things, attacking the military capabilities of the Hamas. Will we have casualties? The answer is yes. But Israel now is in a situation after, I would say, many years, that we realize that we have nobody to speak with. We have nobody. These people that behave like that are not partners for talks. And this is the reason why we will have to use the max power that we have. Hopefully, we will not attack civilians more than is needed. And hopefully, we will not attack places where the Israeli hostages are there. Can I say it by sure? My answer is no.
Yes, it is, as you said, the rules of war this time around cannot be what they have been so far. Let me ask you, Colonel, towards the end, there have been questions raised about an intelligence failure. And I know now might not be the time to dwell on that, but people around the world are asking how the Mossad missed this. This is clearly a well-oiled operation. Hamas could not have carried it out by itself. You've already made the point about Iranian support and so on. Are you concerned about the fact that this was not anticipated?
It's not the responsibility of the Mossad to collect information about Gaza, but it's not the point. It's the responsibility of the military intelligence and the internal security services. But as I said, it's less important. Yes, we are concerned. There is no way to describe it in another way. It's some kind of intelligence failure. Having said that, the Israeli intelligence came to decision makers on the political level. Personally, Prime Minister Netanyahu, and told him in the last few months and weeks that what is happening in other areas, not specifically in Gaza, bring a good chance that the Hamas will try to do something similar to what had happened. I assume that they were not, they didn't know the exact, of course they didn't know the exact timing, and I'm not so sure that they knew the scale of what had happened, but in general terms, we knew, or the intelligence knew, that something will happen shortly. Having said that, intelligence is not enough.
But
using the intelligence, the decision makers to do what they do.
Can I just confirm you on the point you've just made? You're actually saying that Israeli intelligence may not have known the details or the scale of what was happening, but Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister, was given forewarning that something was coming from the Hamas. Do you think he ignored it? He underestimated it? What do you think actually happened?
I'm sorry to say, but we have in Israel now a government that is based on some people that are not very responsible. These are the allies of Mr. Netanyahu in the last 9.5 months. And this is the reason I believe that he didn't take the right decisions. Because to take the right decisions meant to use a different policy in the West Bank and even toward the Hamas. The Israeli policy for a long time, I speak about years, was to try to help the Hamas to understand that because they need to make sure that the quality of life of the people of Gaza need to be good, we will help the Hamas by money that we allow the Qataris to send in, and by supply electricity and water, and almost everything that goes into Gaza goes from Israel and not from Egypt. Good question, why? But we allowed, because our thoughts and our ideas was that if the civilian level of life will be better in Gaza, the Hamas will be more, I would say, responsible for that. What we saw in the last few days, and we had some signs earlier already, It's not exactly what the Hamas has in mind. They tried to use it, and they used it, but in the end of the day, as we saw yesterday, and we saw it in some lower level in the past, they are interested on the destruction of the state of Israel. And Netanyahu had to change the policy. He didn't do it. I know that he will do it now because, as I said, after what had happened, everything is clear. There is no doubt, and we will have to be much more aggressive, knowing that the civilians in Gaza will suffer.